It's another rarity today. A 1997 Gibson Joe Perry Les Paul. If you've been following my videos, you'll have seen that we had a different one that was more of a player's grade. It was kind of beat up on the back and had the active wah circuit taken out. But this one, collector's condition. So if you've been waiting for this one to show up, I've got it for you. It's in great shape. It does have a few little minor imperfections that we'll go over here. But overall, very cool guitar. It comes with its original Gibson USA case. It does have some minor scuffing you can see here from storage, but overall it is in good condition. All latches are currently functional, and the hardware is black. Now inside of this case, this case was made specifically for this guitar. So it fits really well and has a really cool just all black thing going on, similar to the guitar there. So similar to the 90s Gibson cases, you have a shroud. This is a black shroud, and it has Joe Perry's Aerosmith logo as well as his signature. And then from there, it's just kind of a standard custom shop like case. It's pretty nice. Made by TKL here. Inside here, you have some of the original paperwork. In here is the battery that you need for the active wah circuit. Folks, whenever you're selling a guitar, make sure you take these batteries out before shipping them, because they can and will explode. So it's always best to have them wrapped in something. So once again, this one's collector's grade because it's got all the paperwork and it's in great shape. So here you have the checklist, the original strings paperwork that would have came on it, and the combination lock. But most importantly, you have the certificate of authenticity, the original one, and on the back side, there are actually two separate pieces of paper. On the back side, you have the paperwork explaining the electronics. So if you don't know about this, it kind of has a mid-boost feedback control there, as you see, and that acts as like a wah pedal, which it sounds pretty interesting. Basically, think of a wah pedal, going down and up. You can basically dial it into whatever point where you want it. So you can kind of use it as like a cocked wah type situation there. I know, slash tone, you can kind of get some of that, as well as Joe Perry tone. And then something that's increasingly rare to find with these guys is the original pick that came with it. Good luck trying to find another one of those. So luckily we do have that on here. The Pearloid pick, never been used. And now onto this gorgeous guitar. This is the Joe Perry Blackburst. It's basically an amped up studio model. But these things go for pretty high prices just because of their rarity and the guy who's associated with it, Joe Perry of Aerosmith. This guitar was sold to me by a fairly well-known dealer who claimed this guitar is all original, which it's not. It is about, I would say, 95% original. The pickguard has been replaced. The original pickguard, as you can see, this kind of has a green tint to it. The original pickguard didn't have the multiply binding, and it was that kind of green tint, but it does still, have the same look. So that's the only thing that really takes away from the originality of this guitar. Everything else, thankfully, is original. Okay, the headstock here is free of any major damage that I could see. You've got a few polishing scratches there, as you can see, but nothing too bad. Maintains a clean appearance. You have a few strange anomalies with the fretboard here. As you can see, there's like some scratching on the first fret there on the fretboard. Not sure what caused that, or if it came from the factory like that. Maybe some strings did that, I'm not sure. But it is there, and I'd like you to know about it. The board was just oiled and the frets were cleaned and polished, so they're looking good. ready to be put on your display case or put to your finger's will to play. Another strange thing with this fretboard here, at the very end, it looks like, most likely at the factory, they kind of rounded the end off there. You can see how it's a little bit rounded. They might have had to do that to fit the pickup in or something, but I'm not sure if all of them have that. I forget if the other Joe Perry Les Paul I had it or not. So once again, the pickguard has been replaced, but the top of the guitar is fairly clean. It does have polishing scratches all over, and you might find maybe a few dings if you look long and hard enough, like right there. Yeah, there you go. There's a few. And you also have a little bit of light scuffing kind of where your arm would be. There we go. But I would say 95% of those scratches would go away if you use the right scratch remover solution. And I would say the top in person has a little bit more of a green hue to it than it's kind of showing up. It's a really cool guitar. This one does have a pretty fat 50s neck. The back is all black. And I'm just going to point this out. It looks like maybe this was resting up against something and rubbed a little bit, because there's a little bit of matting to the finish kind of in these areas that I would like you to know about. The stock black Grover tuners. Serial number reads it to the 52nd day of 1997. No breaks, cracks, or repairs to speak of. And only just a few minor polishing scratches on the neck here. Nothing too bad. And here is the back of the guitar. It also is a clean condition for the most part, but you do have the buckle wear. Not necessarily buckle wear, but polishing scratches from rubbing up against your shirt and things like that. It looks a lot worse right now because the brightness is turned up on my camera here. Now the only thing that's actual wear is kind of right here. You have some scuffing, and towards the bottom you have some scuffing in a straight line. You want to know what caused that? When it was shipped to me, they had the certificate of authenticity over there stuck to the back of the guitar, so it's going from California to Ohio, and yeah, that's what happens. So unfortunately you do have a little bit of wear there, as well as on the treble side you do have a little scratch there, the treble side of the body, but overall this is still a collector's grade instrument. It's in good shape. You'll be hard pressed to find one cleaner, let alone just finding one on the market in general. So overall, it's a cool guitar. It's got all the stuff you want. It's in good shape. Maybe just find the original pickguard, or maybe it doesn't bother you. And then you've got one for your collection. As always, you can contact me on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Troglys. And you can send me your best offer there, as well as check out some pictures of some other really cool guitars. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.